Fever1793 Chapter 3 August 16, 1793. Oh, then the hands of the pitiful mother prepared her child's body for the grave. Letter of Margaret Morris, Philadelphia, 1793. Dead! Polly is dead! I couldn't have heard her properly. Polly Logan? The sweat on my neck turned to ice and I shivered. Our Polly? That can't be. I tried to remember the last time we had played together. It was before she started working for us. Last Christmas. No, well, before that. Her family had moved to 3rd Street at least 2 years ago. She had been a cradle friend, the girl I played dolls with. We sang nonsense songs together when we churned butter. I could see it then, my small hands and Polly's together on the handle of the churn. I took a deep breath and closed my eyes. Mother led me inside by the elbow and I sat heavily on a chair. She quickly told Eliza what happened. There was no doctor in attendance, Mother explained. She shook with fever briefly, took 3/4 of an hour, cried out once, and died in her own bed. They don't know what it was. It could have been anything. There are so many fevers at Stummer's End. Eliza said, Is anyone else in the house sick? Sick with grief, Mother said. She poured herself and Eliza each mug of coffee. It's a large family. She still has 7 children under 10 years. One a baby in her arms. We will pray they don't take sick. Eliza said as she took the mug. Are any neighbors ill? Mother's blew in her cup and nodded. An old woman who lives across the alley is rumored to be sick in the bed. But you know how these stories catch fire. It's strange though. She was a healthy girl, robust. Never saw her so much as sneeze before. I kept my eyes closed, trying to see Polly, happy, joking, maybe stealing a kiss with Matthew, then bursting through the doors to tell me. I couldn't be real. How could Polly be dead? Matilda, are you well? Asked Mother. She looks peculiar, don't you think, Eliza? Are you feverish? She said, laid her hand on my forehead. Her fingers were rough but cool and smelled faintly of lavender. I wanted to lay my head on her shoulder, but that would have been awkward. Mother slipped her hand to the back of my neck. She did not suffer, Matilda. We must be grateful for that. She removed her hand and peered into my eyes. This heat is not healthy. You must tell me straight away if you feel peckish. I waited for her to say something more about Polly. She did not. We should send along something for the family, suggested Eliza. Her mother is in no condition to cook. Mary could take a ham over. No, Mother said quickly. She set the coffee mug on the table with a thump. I don't want her near there. Not with a sickness in the air. Besides, she hasn't played with Polly for years. The girl was our servant, not a friend. Yes, she was, I protested. Let me go, please. I will take some food. You know they need it, and I will pay my respect to her mother. It's her proper thing to do. I have already paid our respects, Mother said. You will just upset her mother more. I will take the food basket there myself tomorrow. Now put on a clean apron, Matilda, and wash your hands. It's time to get to work. I want to see her. No. What about the funeral? I asked, blinking back the tears. You must let me attend that. No, absolutely not. I forbid it. You will have nightmares. She was my friend. You must allow me. Why are you so horrid? As soon as the angry words were out of my mouth, I knew I had gone too far. Matilda, Mother rose from her chair. You are forbidden to speak to me in that tone. Apologize at once. The sun coming in south window cast deep shadows under her eyes and cheekbones. She held her jaw tight, her eyes flashing with anger. She looked old, much older than she should. She hadn't always been so pinch-faced and harsh. When Mother allowed herself a still moment by the fire on winter nights, I could sometimes see the face she wore when Father was alive. Back then, Mother smiled at me with her eyes and her laughter and her gentle hands, but no longer. Life was a battle, and Mother, a tired and bitter captain, the captain I had to obey. My apologies, I said.